guys. I hope you had a good sleep. It was a long day yesterday, so I will be taking it fairly easy today because it was such a long day yesterday. Do note that we've got quite a lot of data from the US. Later we've got jobless claims, and we've got the durable goods, and then we've got the GDP, right? So it's going to be quite a busy one today in the US session. And I want to bring your attention to the fact that we're quite oversold on indices. We should probably be looking to buy dips. Okay, so what's interesting here? I know there's lots of lines and things like that, but we'll just overlook that. What we're interested in here on the S&P is your average weekly range low, and so we've exceeded that. So really, we've oversold because we've exceeded the AWR. As you know, the ADR is your average daily range. This is the AWR. So we've exceeded the weekly range, and so it's probably a little bit too much selling. Because of that, and if we do go above and we go back in this channel and we probably zigzag south, it's going to impact your FX pairs. Okay, so especially your yen and your dollar pairs. So I mean, really, we should be coming back up, maybe to hit resistance and come back down, but at the moment I think we're probably a little bit overdone, so bear that in mind. And also that obviously the key level was your monthly, quarterly, yearly open level right there. See that cross section? That's where we opened for the year. This is where we are now, so we've probably overdone it a little bit. Monthly S3 is 4266. Came into play, might come into play, but I mean at the moment I think we probably need to come up, and then we'll probably zigzag down, but I don't know if we can continue selling. Looks like we're having quite a healthy candle there. So yeah, just bear that in mind. We're a little bit overdone, and because of that it's going to impact your FX pairs. So that's the key really. UJ is strong, but however the bulls are making money, right? So that's their break even. So UJ might come down just to punish these guys, that potentially. We're going to look at some yen pairs. So we'll look at euro yen. Lots of reds. You get the pivots and your sentiment to agree. Pound yen, mixed. Kiwi yen. Yeah, reds. Aussie yen. Reds. So really, these should fall. However, if the S&P is going to probably get support at the ADR range low, which is that line there, it's obviously going to impact your FX pairs. So I've got a feeling this is going to come up, to be honest with you, and this is going to be a buy the dip. If so, then it's going to impact everything. Okay, so keep an eye on your levels, 4293 and 4321. It's easy to remember, 4321. And that's going to remain true till the end of the week. So 4321 is your weekly range low. Okay, so you can't forget that. So quickly look at charts. I'll try and not make it a really long video today. So there's UJ potentially coming down to punish the bulls. As you saw on the search tool, they are making profits, and that would be slightly unusual. What this indicator from FX SSI is saying is that resistance here, 114.71. And your eyes are that candle wick as well. Right, okay, that's interesting. So one above is 114.80, one below is 113.40. Might be coming down potentially, might come down to monthly pivot, which is there. Okay, gold. Now I was taking SLC out a little while ago. We did take out a little bit of liquidity. The one below is 1808, the one above is 1835. We are a sell, and they really went long. So could be a bit of a tricky one. If this comes up, it means that these guys are going to get paid. Okay, so maybe just keep an eye on S&P, keeping your eye on risk. I think it's possibly going to be a risk on day just for dip buying purposes in order to then sell. It would be like a sell the rip scenario, but it'd be buy the dip today. It might even be sell the rip for the GDP later in the US session. Okay, so that's UJ and gold. What ones we look at? Well, let's look at yen pairs. We just covered them quickly. So we know this is a sell on the search tool. One above is 82.15, one below is 80.90. We are a sell, and it's quite sideways. Obviously this will come up if the S&P comes up, you know, AJ, sensitive to risk. Euro yen, this has got monthly support 1, if you remember my video from yesterday. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we did break below, and we're teetering on it now, so it's very, very close. Monthly support 1, resistance overhead, obviously. So the SLC above is 129.30, 128.12. I might look to short this if we break MS1, and then that could be my stop loss. I'm looking for like a 10 pip stop, I'm trying to get like 30-40 pips, so it's a 3R, 4R trade. But we've got that ADR low, it's going to be a good support, so a bit tricky. That blue box is from this activity down there. Maybe if I zoom out, oh, that low, right, okay, that's that blue box, so that's going to be important. 127.91, did break below but didn't quite sustain below, did it? And then we just rallied. So that's that. Remember, this is H4 charts. AJ, did AJ, pound yen, oh come on, one above is 154.80, one below is 153.75. There's your monthly pivot, so technically a buy, sentimentally a buy, and they actually sold it, right? So we could potentially, if we do go by the dip scenario, this could be a good long, because you know technically we're buying, sentimentally we are as well. Bit tricky. There's your resistance overhead, and that's going to be a resistance as well. You know, it's that support resistance level. CAD Yen, because the CAD might be a good one to look at, because they disappointed. All the forecasts and all the analysts were saying they were going to hike, and they didn't. So I think they did a survey of Bloomberg analysts. 90% of them said that they were going to hike. Because they disappointed, and if we do go risk off, then this could be a good short. 89.91 is obviously the level of interest. It's your monthly pivot. If we do break monthly pivot, we've got ADR low. So today might not be a good day to short. It might be tomorrow. So ideally, you'd want to try and get the pivots to align, and you wouldn't want to sell it when we're above. You want it to sell it when we're below. But we have that support, so that's going to be like a barrier for further selling. So maybe this would be a better one tomorrow. AU, do pound and euro as well. So there's your monthly support 1. One above is large, 71.85. One below is 70.55. We are a sell, and they're going long, which would mean that we should probably come down and get that stop loss cluster. Dolly Swiss actually took out stop losses earlier, just out of interest. The monthly pivot there for GU. One below is 133.80, one above, which could be safe, 135.25. Resistance here on that volume node there. The sellers came in at that point, and they did okay. 90 pip move, it's quite nice. We are a sell, and they went long, so that agrees. Euro, and well, we're falling quite heavily, but we should be, because we're a sell and they've gone long, right? And we're below monthly pivot, and we're below monthly support. Because we're below MS1, we should target MS2, and that's down there. So 111.67, so it's quite a way. Well, 50 pips, it's not too far. One below is 112, so it's very non-imaginative, unimaginative from the retail guys, just have the round number. But, you know, I guess it's easier, isn't it? 113.10, so 112 is obviously the target, 14 pips away. And probably just, yeah, I thought we might have taken that. 114.80, one below is, oh, come on, 113.40, they sold it, and we are a buy, so that's in agreement. So we should probably come up and get that stop loss cluster. And lastly, dollar Swiss. Could do so many pairs because there's lots of activity. Could talk about indices as well. Dollar Swiss, so there's your MR1 level, 92.39, so it could be a good stop. Where are we? Yeah, it's like a 15 pip stop, probably to target the SLC. Yeah, it's about a 1-to-1 R, isn't it? It's not that great. 92.65, and one below is, oh come on, 90.80. We are a buy. There's a lot of mismatch on the sentiment, just realised. These guys are very skewed, these guys are very skewed, so it's a bit confused. So maybe this is going to have some erratic price action, but I think that looks likely. They sold it in a very big way, and we are buy at the high level. So because they did that on the dynamic, they sold it here, but yet they held on. And the thing was, probably with that move, that probably enforced their bearish bet. They thought, oh, we are going to fall, and of course it didn't at all. So that's that. So keep an eye on your ratios line. Really powerful tool, and your current ratio as well. So that's that. Don't forget we've got the busy calendar later, and I'm going to be taking it easy like I said earlier. So see how we go, and I'll speak to you soon.